हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, नमः प्रणाम प्रभु जी।
कृष्ण प्रभु जी, प्रणाम प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण माता जी, नमः प्रणाम।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण माता जी, नमः प्रणाम।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, प्रणाम प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण माता जी, नमः प्रणाम माता जी। हम्म। Hare Krishna to all the devotees. I invite you to the early morning short Bhagavatam class organized by ISKCON Radha Govinda Temple, Kulai, Mangaluru. Indeed, inviting you with blessings from His Grace Sri Ramanistadas Prabhuji and Prema Kishori Mataji. As usual, we shall begin with prayers. Prayers are very important, and I'm sure you will also pray along with me for yourself so that we understand the message that we are going to receive from Lord today morning. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnananjanashalaakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Deshatarine Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayyam Dadati Sopadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yudhavagar Putakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavasya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahavan Ganaragunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Saganalita Shri Vishakhanvitasya हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपीका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरि प्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे प्लीज फॉलो मी ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमम्
नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमम्
दैवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्।
शृण्वतां स्वकथः कृष्णः पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तनः
शृण्वतां स्वकथाः कृष्णः पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तनः।
हृदयन्तस्तोयभद्राणि विधिवनोति सुरस्तताम्
हृद्यन्तस्तो हि अभद्राणि विधुनोति सुहृत्सताम्।
नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया
नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया
भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवती नैष्टिकी
भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्ति भवति
इष्टिकी
Srimad Bhagavatam, 6th Canto, Prescribed Duties for Mankind, Chapter 9, Appearance of the Demon Rudrasur. Verse number 36. Please raise your hand, those who want to recite this text. Venkata Narsiya Rao Prabhuji. Go ahead, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Nahi virodha vabhayam bhagavatya paramita ganagana Ishware anavagahya mahatmye arvachena vikalpa vitarka vichara pramanabhasa kutarka shastra kalilantarkat antakarnashraya duravagraha vadinamu vivada anavasara uparata samasta माया माये केवल एवं आत्म माया अंतर्धाय कोन्वर्धो दुर्घट इव भवति स्वरूपद्वय अभावत्. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी.
हरे कृष्ण. मधुमयी कृष्णन माता जी. हरे कृष्ण माता जी.
हरे कृष्ण
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी.
प्रभुजी हरे
प्रभु जी.
कृष्ण. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. नहि विरोधः उभयं भगवती अपरिमित गुणगणे ईश्वरे अनवगाह्य महात्म्ये अर्वाचीन विकल्प वितर्क विचार प्रमाण आभासा कुतर्क शास्त्र कलिल अंतःकरण आश्रया दुरवग्रहवादिनां विवाद अनवसरे उपरता समस्त मायामये केवले एव आत्ममायाम् अंतर्दाय कोन्वर्त दुर्घटः इव भवति स्वरूपद्वय अभावात्. थैंक यू प्रभुजी. हरे कृष्ण.
थैंक यू. चित्रा मोहिनी देवीदासी. हरे कृष्ण माता जी.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी. प्रणाम प्रभु जी. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. नहि विरोध उभयं भगवत्परिमित गुणगण ईश्वरे अनवगाह्यां माहात्म्ये अवार्चीन विकल्प वितर्क विचार प्रमाण भास कुतर्क शास्त्र कलिलान्तः करुणाश्रय दुरव ग्रहवादीनां विवादानावसर उपरत समस्त मायामये केवला एवात्ममायाम् अंतर्धाय कोन्वर्थो दुर्घट इव भवति स्वरूपद्वयाभावात्. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु.
थैंक यू माता जी. मधु सोनी माता जी. हरे कृष्ण माता जी.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी. दंडवत प्रणाम प्रभु जी. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. नहि विरोध उभयं भगवती अपरिमित गुणगण ईश्वरे अनवगाह्य महात्मये अर्वाचिन विकल्प वितर्क विचार प्रमाण अभास कुतर्क शास्त्र कलीलान्तः कारण आश्रय दुरवग्रह वादिनां विवादनवसर उपरत समस्त मायामये केवल एवात्म मायाम अंतर्धाय कोन्वर्थो दुर्घट इव भवती स्वरूप द्वयाभावात्। थैंक यू प्रभु जी। हरे कृष्ण।
थैंक यू माता जी। प्राणनंदिनी माधवी देवी दासी जी। हरे कृष्ण माता जी।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। प्रणाम प्रभु जी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। न हि विरोध उभयं भगवती अपरिमित गुणगण ईश्वरे अनवघय महात्म्ये अर्वाचिनः विकल्प वितर्क विचार प्रमाण भासः कुतर्क शास्त्र कलिल अंतकरणः आश्रय दुर्वाग्रहवादिनां विवादन अनवसरः उपरतः समस्त मायामये केवल एवात्म मायाम अंतर्धय कौन्व अर्थ दुर्घटः इव भवति स्वरूपः दो अभावात्। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। थैंक यू प्रभु जी।
थैंक यू माता जी। सुबह राव प्रभु जी। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। नमः प्रणाम प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। धन्य प्रणाम। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नहि विरोध उभयं भगवत्य परिमित गुणगण ईश्वरेण वगाह्य महात्म्येर्वाचेन विकल्प वितर्क विचार प्रमाणाभास कुतर्क शास्त्र कलिलांत करणाशय दुरवग्रहवादिनां विवादानवसर उपरत समस्त माया मये केवल एवात्म माया मंतर्थाय कोन्वर्तो दुर्घट इव भवति स्वरूपद्वया भावात्। हरे कृष्ण।
थैंक यू विजया कुमारी माता जी। हरे कृष्ण माता जी। नमः प्रणाम माता जी।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। प्रणाम प्रभु जी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। न हि विरोध उभयं भगवत्य अपरिगणित गुणगणे ईश्वरे नवहाख्य महात्म्ये वाशीर्कल्प विदर्क विचार प्राण पासा कुदर्क शास्त्र कलिलांत करणाश्यदु रघवादिनां विवाद नवसा उपसर समस्त माय माये केवल एवात्म माये मंदत्ताये गोंदत्तो दुर्कड इव भवति स्वरूप अभयोभवात्। थैंक यू प्रभु जी।
थैंक यू माता जी। उषा दयावती देवी दासी। हरे कृष्ण माता जी।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। प्रणाम प्रभु जी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। न हि विरोध उभयं भगवती अपरिमित गुणगणे ईश्वर नवाग्य महात्मये हरवचिन विकल्प वितर्क विचर पणभास कुतर्क शास्त्र कलील अंतकारणाम आश्रय दुर्वाग्रह आदीनां विवाद अनवसर उपरत समस्त मायामयी केवलम इव आत्म मायाम अंतराध्य कानो दुर्गता इव भवति स्वरूप द्वया अभवात्। थैंक यू प्रभु जी। हरे कृष्ण।
थैंक यू रेवती रत्नांगी देवी दासी जी। हरे कृष्ण माता जी। नमः प्रणाम।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। दंडवत प्रणाम। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। न हि विरोध उपयं भगवत्य परिमित गुण ईश्वरो अनवगहाम महात्मये अवार्चिन विकल्पर्वितक विचार प्रमाणे भाषक कुत्त शास्त्र कलीलांतः करणाश्रय दूर्वह गृहवादिनां विवादानवसर उपरत समस्त मया मये केवल एवात्म मायामंतर्य को निवृत्त दुर्घट इव भावति स्वरूप बद्यां भावता। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
थैंक यू रेवती रत्नांगी माता जी। वुड यू लाइक टू रीड names for us, रेवती माता जी?
Yes, yes, with your mercy, Prabhu ji, definitely.
Please go ahead.
Hare Krishna. Not. Certainly, Viroda, contradiction, Ubayam, both Bhagavati in the Supreme Personality of Godhead aparimita, unlimited, gunagane, whose transcendental attributes, Ishware in the supreme controller, Anavagayaha, possessing Mahatmaye, unfathomable ability and glories. Aravachana, Kalpa, lofty, equivocal calculation.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yeah.
Your voice is not clear.
Oh. Now
Yeah,
it's
fine.
better.
Perfect.
Vitaraka. Should I repeat? Should I start from the beginning, Prabhuji?
No, that's fine. Go ahead.
Yeah. Vitaraka, opposing arguments, vichara, judgments, pramana abhasi, imperfect evidence, kutaraka, useless arguments, sastra by unauthorized scriptures, kaliya, agitated, andakarana, minds, ashraya, whose shelter, duravagraha, with wicked obstinacies, Vadina of theories, Vivada of the controversies, Anavasare not within the range, Uparata withdrawn, Samasta from whom all, Maya Maye illusory energy, Kevale without a second, Iva indeed, Atma Mayam the illusory energy which can do and undo the inconceivable, Antaratya Yaha placing between Kaha what, no indeed, Artaha meaning, Durgata, impossible, Eva, as it were, is Swarupa, nature's Dvaya of two, Abhavat, due to the absence. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Revati Ratnagi Mataji. Thank you. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O Supreme Personality of Godhead, all contradictions can be reconciled in you. O Lord, since you are the Supreme Person, the reservoir of unlimited spiritual qualities, the Supreme Controller, your unlimited glories are inconceivable to the conditioned souls. Many modern logicians argue about right and wrong without knowing what is actually right. Their arguments are always false and their judgments inconceivable because they have no authorized evidence with which to gain knowledge of you. Because their minds are agitated by scriptures containing false conclusions, they are unable to understand the truth concerning you. Furthermore, because of polluted eagerness to arrive at the right conclusion, their theories are incapable of revealing you, who are transcendental to their material conceptions. You are one without a second, and therefore in you contradictions like doing and not doing, happiness and distress are not contradictory. Your potency is so great that it can do and undo anything as you like. With the help of the potency, what is impossible for you? So with the help of that potency, what is impossible for you? Since there is no duality in your continuation, in your constitutional position, you can do everything by the influence of your energy. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, being self-sufficient, is full of transcendental bliss, what is called Atmarama. He enjoys bliss in two ways. When he appears happy and when he appears distressed. Distinction and contradictions are impossible in him because only from him have they emanated. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is the reservoir of all knowledge, all potency, all strength, all opulence and influence. There is no limit to his powers since he is full in all transcendental attributes. Nothing abominable from the material world can exist in him. He is transcendental and spiritual, and therefore conceptions of material happiness and desire distress do not apply to him. We should not be astonished to find contradictions in Supreme Personality of Godhead. Actually, there are no contradictions. That is the meaning of his being supreme. Because he is all powerful, he is not subject to the conditioned soul's arguments regarding his existence or non-existence. He is pleased to protect his devotees by killing their enemies. He enjoys both the killing and the protecting. Such freedom from duality appears not only to the Lord but also to the devotees. In Vrindavan, the damsels of Vrajabhumi enjoy transcendental bliss in the company of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, and they feel the same transcendental bliss in separation when Krishna and Balram leave Vrindavan for Mathura. There is no question of material pains or pleasures for either the Supreme Personality of Godhead or his pure associates, although they are sometimes superficially said to be distressed or happy. One who is Atmarama is blissful in both ways. Non-devotees cannot understand contradictions present in the Supreme Lord or his devotees. Therefore, in Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says, Bhaktya Mam Abhijanati, the transcendental pastimes can be understood through the devotional service. To non-devotees, they are inconceivable. Achintya kalu bhava natains tarkena yojayat. The Supreme Lord and his form, name, pastime, and paraphernalia are inconceivable to non-devotees, and one should not try to understand such realities simply by logical argument. They will not bring one to the right conclusion about the absolute truth. We learned something yesterday, and the crux of the point that we understood very well because it's connected materially is that when Lord kills the demons and protects the devotees, he is actually doing favor to both of them. We gave an example of what happens in the lawyers and the doctors. Lawyers pleases one party and always dismisses the other, whereas the doctors have nothing to do like that. They please all the patients by doing their services. Similarly, when Lord kills demons, he actually gives them liberation. Liberation to their original constitutional position, Swarupa, and so they get liberated from conditioned situation. So that certainly is a favor. And protecting the devotees is obviously a favor. So unless we understand the spiritual part of it, unless we come out of the thinking of the routine material world present around us, which by now we have determined that that's illusion, that's temporary, that keeps changing. And changes are such that we do not know what is going to change the next. And that's why it is painful. And because it is painful and connected with the birth, death, jara, and vyadi, it conditions us to go through a kind of a cycle repeatedly. Unless we come out of this mentality, we wouldn't know the other dimensions. The other dimensions are the spiritual dimensions. When the spiritual dimension comes, the Kala factor or the time factor is abolished. And that takes you to a different platform. You know, these days, the cars that are manufactured, they are manufactured with lot of extra application of the computers and safety features, a lot of extra luxury features. And so they are now manufactured on platforms. They say it is a second generation platform or a third generation platform, like that. So once you have an added dimension to the available features, that changes the platform. Similarly, in a material world, we live in the same three-dimensional platform and understand only those three dimensions. X, Y, and Z. 3X is whatever you call it. But it's only that limited understanding and limited knowledge that we roam around, try and understand, and that also we understand only in few areas, and few people understand probably everything in the material world. Even such a limited science or limited mundane knowledge cannot be understood by us easily. How is it possible that we understand something that we have neither seen nor experienced in the recent past? Maybe we were living that life once upon a time, but that is once upon a time. We have to bring that back, and the best way to do it is by gathering knowledge from scriptures, put it in perspective and understand the surrounding and expand the horizon of your thinking. It says very nicely that the Lord is a reservoir. He is a reservoir of 6 big things. He is all powerful. He is all strength. He is all beauty, all wealth or all opulences. He is all knowledge and all renunciations. The 6 attributes to Bhagavan feature of the Lord. He is such a powerful person that he can do everything and anything, and he can do things which are not possible. So unless we come to that platform of understanding, we will never be able to understand the right or the wrong thing. When we do not understand what is right and wrong, and then try and argue, it's very similar to the argument that you see on the market square, on the streets, in the restaurants where the public gatherings are. And those people are explaining and telling what the best cricketer Virat Kohli should have done in that situation. It's so mundane, so surprising that such a talented player who plays for last 2 decades wouldn't know what great knowledge the person who is just having pan chewing and explaining he should have done this, then he would have probably got a century. Our situation is not very different from them. We are also one of those who are sitting in the marketplace discussing and deliberating about the Lord and so many things for whom we have no concept at all. So, in this verse, it tells so many things together and explaining to us that everything is possible as far as the Lord is concerned. And they give so many reasons why this is possible. The first reason they give is 6 big attributes that the Lord Himself has. The second reason they give is He is the only one. There is no second to Him. Third reason given is He is all transcendental, and nothing of the matter or material world can touch Him or contaminate Him. And then it goes on and on about describing about the Lord. Most of the things we learned in the first canto, first verse of the first chapter, as Subarao Prabhuji was telling yesterday, Janmadhyasya, that describes what the Lord is. But that's also a very partial description. That's what the Lord is, and that's what He is capable of. The issue of all the situations that exist in the world, as you know very well, are because of duality. If you look at the situation in our life, everywhere we have 2 possibilities. And all along the life, starting from getting up in the morning, you have a choice to remain asleep. And doing a brush, you have a choice of not brushing your teeth. To the cup of tea or coffee or milk that you take, you have a choice of not taking it at all. So you have 2 choices all the time. And you got to keep choosing. These choice is so random, and we are so used to random choosing that now it has become our habit to random choose everything that comes along. But imagine a situation where there is no duality, where there are no two things, two choices, darkness and light. But there is only a light. There are only good things. There are only positive things. There are no negative things. There is no misery. There is no pain. There is only a bliss. There is only a pleasure. There is only good things available around us. What would we do? We would certainly fumble, because one of the poets in Gujarati has explained that life is beautiful because it is painful. Can you believe that? And he, in the poem, ultimately proves that he is right. If you take away the pain factor, nothing remains in the life worth living. So he goes to the extent of explaining that if you remove pain from the life, then life is not worthwhile living. Anyway, these are the mundane things, and we are trying to compare mundane with the spiritual journey. In other words, Lord's attributes, Lord's powers, and Lord's potencies are extensive. He can do anything and everything, and I am avoiding saying possible under the earth or under the sun, because he can do impossible things also. And when such are the powers, understanding Lord is very, very difficult. As it was said yesterday, in either situation, Lord is doing favor by protecting a devotee and by destroying the demon. Similarly, today it has been said that by enjoying the Lord, the Lord always feels happy in the presence of a pleasure or a pain. Distress also produces happiness in the Lord. To explain and make you understand this, I'm sure you understand, is very or extremely difficult, because we are conditioned and oriented in those three dimensions. But this is what is true. That is what is said here. Understanding these situations are very important, because only the glories of the Lord, all powerfulness that the only one person has, if we understand very well, by whatever logical argument that you want to put up with, it helps us develop a faith. And this faith is very important for us to walk on the path safely without falling away. It's only this faith, and it must be a pure faith, not connected with material gains or sense gratification. That faith which is producing ahaituki, aparihta bhakti. And this faith is very, very vital. When we will further after faith, we'll have several stages and long bhakti or sadhana bhakti. That's when we'll develop nishtha. And that nishtha once comes up, then the chances of fall from spiritual path are very, very limited or negligible. So the reason that we are learning all these things in this much detail is to convince ourselves and keep convincing repeatedly so that faith in us becomes a very strong faith. This is very, very important for neophytes like us to have a strong faith to keep walking on this path. It is saying that perseverance generates success. Even if you look at materially, in a material world, it is your persistence that will create success. And unless you have a perseverance or persistence in the spiritual life, you'll fall down very easily because Maya is waiting at every step of the way, and this Maya is very strong. Maya is not bad, but it's very strong, and it is the duty of the Maya to keep the soul conditioned, entangled in three modes, and never thinks anything else. Any question, any doubts, any commentary, any addition, we can discuss right now.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
We have said one
Mataji.
nice sentence. Life is beautiful because there is pain. So that is very nice. And there is a darkness so that we can appreciate the light of the day. So,
Yes.
so that's why the life's pains are, tell us that the life is beautiful.
Thank you,
We
Mataji.
should
That's very, very
appreciate,
true.
it means that we should take it, the difficulties in life, the same level as what are the normal life we lead without any difficulty. So that's what Bhagavad Gita teaches, that
Yeah.
samachitta, and the
Yes.
dukkha and sukha, the samachitta. So it's very nice, Prabhuji. It has I got very much catching point for this.
Thank you, Mataji. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. But it is very true, unless you pass through that burning heat to melt you, you can never be a gold again. So you got to be passing through those strains and stresses to toughen you, and only tough gets going when going gets tough. So these are same principles probably in the material world that we apply in our spiritual world, but it revolves around faith, determination, and discipline. We will have to learn to have all these three together and continue our path as strictly as possible, simply by observing the rules that Srila Prabhupada has taught us. It certainly is proven beyond doubt that that works. So it's none of our business to try and find out whether it works or not. Just we keep doing it and keep doing whatever Srila Prabhupada has said, we will never go wrong. And we are fortunate that our acharyas have created a lightened path that we simply have to walk on. Remember, they must have passed through lots and lots of difficulties when they were traveling through that uncharted territory. We are all fortunate and we just simply need to walk on a very charted, nice path or a road. If there are no other revelation, we may take some portion of the Damodar journey. Yesterday we saw that the craving in the learning of the pastimes of the Lord doesn't satiate us very easily, and it more or less gives feeling as a drunkard wants more and more wine, or a child who is eating chocolate wants more and more chocolates. It's a very nice comparison. Krishna now it's a set of early morning, as we were seeing. Krishna has been lifted from the bed. Mother Yasoda is churning the butter, and Krishna is hanging on the back of the mother. On the side of the mother, his cheek touching the Yashoda's cheek, and his body in constant contact with Mother Yasoda's body. In this situation, suddenly Mother Yasoda has to run to prevent boiling milk to spill over. And so she puts down Krishna on the bed or a chair and runs towards the kitchen. Krishna, being a smart boy, immediately makes a face as if he is an aggrieved victim. And look what has happened. His mother, he was just having the milk from Yashoda, and she just put him down and rushed away simply to preserve the milk or protect the milk. And in the process, she is now depriving Lord Krishna of his early morning food, the breast milk. But Krishna at the same time knows and tells his devotees that there is always a service attitude. And then, after making that face, Krishna looks at what Mother Yasoda is doing. She is extremely hardworking and again starts churning the butter for him. And Krishna realizes that ultimately she is doing very hard work for him in a good devotion. And so there is so much flow of love in that hard work. That's the love even in separation. So Krishna, for the first time, reserves the love in separation feeling that he is gathering while seeing Mother Yasoda doing a lot of hard work running around for him and doing that with love and affection and total devotion. He actually raises the issue that Krishna is now understanding and is reliving the love in separation and the knowledge about love in separation, which is only known by very few highly qualified devotees. The rest of the world doesn't know this fact. Krishna will be pleased, and that's why Mother Yashoda allows Krishna to take herd of cows with him in the forest. Krishna will be happy, and that's why, because he would be happy, the Vrajavasis allows him to go to Mathura because Krishna wants to deliver Vasudeva and Devaki And that's why Brajvasis accept the separation to go to so that Krishna and Balaram both would go to Mathura and cause the freedom to Devaki and Vasudeva. Not only that, even the gopis forgive the infidelity of Krishna and let him go so that he could probably have an aristocratic girl as his wife. That's what they think, and that's why they allow him to go to Dwarka. So, in other words, this part of the chapter describes the beautiful part of love in separation. And these love in separation, both for the Krishna and all his devotees, is extensively described in these couple of pages. The love and separation is observed by Krishna and noted secretly in his heart, but that always is revealed to his pure devotees who share the same transcendental knowledge. Gopis, Vrajavasis, Balaram, and all other paraphernalias of Lord Krishna understand these love in presence of Krishna and love in absence of Lord Krishna remains the same for all of them. Any question, any queries, any doubts, any revelations, any addition, please go ahead.
Prabhuji, love in separation is Vipralamba Bhava, no Prabhuji?
Yes, yes. I thought I'll coin that word tomorrow, but thank you. Yes, it is Vipralambha. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you. So we have all the scholars early in the morning. Thank you. If there are no questions, then Vansha Kalpatarubhyasya, Kunasindubhya Evacha, Patita Nama Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo, Hare Koti Vaishnav Jai. Hare Krishna to all of you.
Hare
Thank
Krishna,
you.
Prabhuji. Thank you so much for the beautiful lecture.
Thank you,
Thank
Prabhuji.
you.
Thank you
Thank
so
Hare
much for the
Krishna,
message.
you.
Hare
Hare Krishna, all Krishna Prabhupada. Hare
Hare
Krishna to